Hey, it's Dan. Welcome back. You're watching iAllegedly, and I've got a good one for you today because I am in Irvine, California. I'm at a spot that I used to come to a lot when my kids were young called Heritage Park. Very cool place. They played sports here and fed the ducks and played. This place had a 3-story slide that was 3 people wide. So 3 kids could go down at the same time. Again, no liability issues back then. Today we're going to talk about how the party is over, and everything points to big problems in absolutely everything from real estate to banking, and it's right before our eyes, guys. Before I get into it, please take a second. Please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. Share this with everybody. First things first, guys. We're hearing more and more on this short and trading week about problems with the banks. Okay, let's talk about that first. We just heard that JP Morgan, Citibank, and Chase are so concerned about the rising interest rates that they've accumulated basically a war chest to protect themselves for coming bank losses and loan losses. Well, why, guys? Isn't everybody going to pay their bills? Isn't everything great? No. Clearly, these places are absolutely, utterly concerned about this, and it's so much so that they put together over $3.5 billion of this money. Now, we heard in the last video how Jamie Dimon's really concerned about interest rates, but guys, this is a house of cards with the banks. The banks do not have the money that you think they do. This is the thing that most people don't get. People think that then when they walk up and put their money into an ATM, make a deposit, or they walk into deal with the teller and they make a deposit, that money sits there. That money's immediately lent out and used for other things, and it's gone. The reserves, back in the day, the banks used to have as much as 10% in reserves that they were supposed to maintain at all times. Times have changed, guys. In some cases, it's less than 1% that these people have. Now, we have been told that at some point, there is going to be a credit freeze, and it's not just you borrowing money, it's the fact that the banks will not have money from bank to bank. So you will use things like your credit card, and the credit card will not work because of the credit freeze. Your ATM card will not work because there won't be any money in the ATM. But again, it's not that you're some deadbeat and you don't have credit and you don't have money. It's that they don't have the capabilities of handling that, okay? Now, Goldman Sachs. Here's the thing. I keep trying to figure out, what do you guys think that they said one of the big 4 banks, and the Banker magazine talked about banks that are in trouble, and one of the big 4 banks is in trouble. Well, the more I think about it, I think it's Goldman Sachs. Goldman Sachs just did their earning report, and it wasn't that bad, okay? But here's the thing. Now that you look at it, Goldman Sachs has real problems. Think about this. They lost $500 million in the fourth quarter of 2022, and then they just announced the first quarter of 2022, and they lost $600 million. So it's so inspiring, guys, to say the least, and it's very concerning. On that happy note, now let's talk about some of the global issues right now. First things first, Canada raises its prime lending rate 0.5 point to 1%, and the world's freaking out. And okay, talk to any Canadian, and they're on this video, watching this video right now, going, "Who cares? Guess what? Inflation's going to stay sky high. It's going to do nothing." Mortgage rates here in the States are firmly above 5%. Okay, you can get deals. You can get those teaser rates, guys. You can get yourself into that house right away. You got to get the house. Okay, you can do that. Remember, the hard money lenders, they're just frothing at the mouth right now because they're going to make so much money in the next year because of people's sheer desperation. On the stupidity that they will go out and borrow more money when they shouldn't. That's one. Number two, for people that have construction loans and need to get things done, they're going to go to these construction lenders and not know what they're doing, and you're going to have problems. But the party is over. The music is about to stop, and when it stops, it's going to start to be ugly when that happens. Turkey, I love Turkey right now because they are going to jail anybody who talks about statistics for their country that's incorrect. And if it's not approved by the administrator of statistics, they will throw you in jail in Turkey. Okay, imbecile. Here's the fun thing about Turkey, and the stories below. Their inflation right now is 142%. 142%. Let me give you guys a shot of the Ducky Ducks. Okay, 142%, guys. And their next election is a year out, and the ruling party right now, they're kind of in trouble, to say the least. They're concerned that it could be bad for them in the future. There's that. Next thing is, speaking of free speech and things like that, Elon Musk. Elon Musk shocked the world when he refused the Twitter board position, okay, and said, no, I've got another plan. Well, his plan was to make an offer to buy Twitter for $54.20 today. That's nuts, guys. That's crazy that he did this, because what he wants is to have this thing called free speech and have a free speech platform. What's he thinking about? I mean, you guys, I'm all for free speech as long as you guys agree with me. Remember that. And I think Twitter feels the same. Twitter feels the same way. So the cool thing about this is that Elon wrote a letter to them and did a best and final. And I'm not kidding you guys. This will go down. I'm telling you this right now. Mark my words. This negotiation or lack of, or simple offer that this billionaire made will go down. You'll learn this in business schools. Okay? And this letter will be shown to people, because he wrote a letter talking about how he doesn't feel that Twitter can be helped by being on the board, and that the company is going in the wrong direction, and that this is his best and final offer. And again, he was the largest shareholder up until one of the Vanguards, which is a hedge fund, now owns 10%. Elon owns 9 point whatever percent. But please understand this, guys. You can buy this stock. If you're going to make this play, this is going to be something that is going to either be you're either going to make a lot of money or you're going to lose a ton of money. Because if this guy decides to unload that stock quickly, all hell's going to break loose, and Twitter will be worth nothing at that point. So, share your thoughts on this stuff, guys. I want to know what you think about that. Also, Warren Buffett today, Charlie Rose is back, the interviewer, and he came back today, and he interviewed Warren Buffett, and Warren Buffett, said, hey, good for him. This is America. This is the way that the deal should work. And if he wants to buy this company, let him do it. But what do you guys think about this? Now, here's the thing that's funny, is that India has outlawed Twitter. So is Russia, for that matter. They have created different apps, okay? And there are different platforms that have come up as a result of this happening. So share your thoughts on this stuff, guys. Do you think that this is what we're going to see more of? Because there's going to be competitors to everything right now. And people, how do you feel about this, guys? Do you think that there's free speech in the world right now or not? Do you think there's free speech in business? Do you think we're being told the truth when it comes to the state of the economy right now? I do not, okay, personally. And when I talk to bankers, here's the thing, guys. There's a tremendous amount of money out there for you. It's going to get more expensive, which some people will not be able to handle. It's going to cost you more money for equipment financing. It's going to cost you more money for auto financing. It's going to cost you more money for everything. Now, speaking of auto financing, I've had people send me great pictures lately, and here's two of them that I want to talk about. Toyota dealerships, that one of them added $6,900 to the price of a Toyota. User sent me this one. Take a look at that. The next one is $10,000 that they added to the price of the car. Well, no, guys. When do you say, no, this is too much? I don't want to pay for the car. But the problem with it is people, I got to get a new car. Got to get a new car right now. This is crazy. I deserve it. I work hard. We all do. Okay? I don't know anybody right now that's making an ounce of headway that's not working hard. Harder than they've ever worked right now. Okay? People want to be in debt. Why? Do you know what the freedom of waking up and not having a car payment is? It's fantastic. It is so beautiful not to be a car payment degenerate, okay? And what I mean by that is the people that have to go out, living here in Southern California, amongst the people that think that they're wealthy and they drive, you know, BMWs and G-Wagons and all these super duper expensive cars that are unbelievably expensive. And these people have $2,500 a month car payments and crazy things like that. And you can sit there and laugh at me. And I like the people that talked, you know, when I talked about Tesla and people having $1,500, $1,600 a month car payments, we had that one Tesla that had a $1,400 a month car payment, and you could drive the car 10,000 miles the entire life of the lease. How ridiculous is that? So share your thoughts on this stuff, guys. I think that we have just seen the beginning of this thing take a turn when the banks start to admit that there's a problem and the next rate increase. When's the next rate increase going to happen, guys? Okay, step up, give it to us. I want to see everything go up right away. So again, I'm not, you know, your credit cards are going to go up, but there's going to be a point in time that you're going to see something really bad when it comes to the banks. And there's going to be a bank failure. And again, the fact that the FDIC knows that one of the big four banks is having a huge liquidity problem, no money, and they will not say which one it is, that should scare the hell out of you guys. It really should. But again, I love people that guess. Is it Bank of America? Is it Goldman Sachs right now? Okay. Is it Wells Fargo? I mean, you know, is it JP Morgan? I mean, you guys tell me. Okay, Citibank, Chase? I mean, who is it right now? Because it's one of these guys, and it's bad right now. So let me know what you guys think. Real estate, you know, there's an article here from the Orange County Register. There's a writer named Lancer who has been around for years, okay, decades at the Register. And he saw the last real estate crash. And very good writer, very detailed, but you're going to see that is California immune to the bubble, and will we have as hard a time as we had last time? Guys, I think this is going to be so much worse. When you look at people leaving, okay, and there's a second article, and that's the thing, you got to just not listen to one source right now, you got to look at everything. When you look at the South and the belt of the South, that's where people are moving to. They're exiting California, they're exiting New York, rightfully so, but when they're moving to the South right now. And some of these areas have gone up an absolute ton. And when you look at rents and the high rents that you're seeing, you know, Florida has areas that have gone up 58% in the last year in rent. That's incredible, guys. We're seeing these numbers like we've never seen before. And people, you know, I had a friend of a friend who is a single mom talk to me about what she should do and where she should go rent. And again, get creative, guys, because I'm going to give her this. Now, she runs a housekeeping business, okay? So she cleans houses, you know, and does that. Well, this area, okay, Southern California has a lot of people with guest houses. Go look at these guest house rentals and offer to clean the house, okay? They would do that. As a single dad, when I was trying to get my kids places and we'd see different places for rent and things like that, I had one guy that was like, hey, you can live in the guest house if you do landscaping. Well, it's kind of a business to run, and I don't want to be your, you know, boy servant here all day. But again, those deals are out there, guys. Get creative, be smart, look differently. There's going to be 100 applications. What separates you from everybody else, okay? Let's talk about that for a second, because nobody wants to admit that there's a problem. Oh, look at the babies, guys. Mama with the babies right there. So. What separates you from everybody else renting? As a single dad, okay, and single income, kids half the time, you know, people would get crazy. The questions that people asked me, you guys wouldn't believe. Hey, I don't care about the fair housing rules and all that stuff. This is my house you're renting. I'm going to ask you whatever the hell I want to ask you. That's what I heard several times. Not once, not twice, several times. What separated me? I would write letters to people and show pictures of my son playing baseball at the local baseball field, and do things that would separate me from everybody else. And you know what? It worked, okay? So what separates you from everybody else in those 100 applications? Oh, I'm a nice person. I promise you I'll make the money. I promise you I'll pay it. They don't care. I don't care at all. There's another 98 applications in front of you. Be different. Be creative. Use your thinking cap, okay? There is nothing too crazy to ask for right now. No is an answer, and it's not a reflection on you. So people on Patreon ask me questions like this all the time if you guys ever want access to that. Okay? Share your thoughts, guys. Look at the baby ducks. So happy, hanging out with mom. Now, when it comes to real estate, January had a huge month as far as the sale of properties. But there were a couple things that were alarming. 33% of all the houses that were sold were bought by investors. There's that. Okay? They're not going to continue to buy everything forever and ever and ever and buy it all. It's just not going to happen. There was a dramatic price increase, but since January, we've seen houses sit on the market longer, which is a concern. It's getting drug out, and the asking prices are getting lowered, and we're seeing this in key areas like here in Southern California. We're seeing that in certain pockets. Now, the World Food Organization, okay, has just talked about the price of food globally. And we have never seen food prices shoot up like this. And they say there's 5 stats that everybody needs to look at where food prices have completely skyrocketed right now. Globally, food is up all over the place. Think about this: 40% of the wheat and almost 50% of the sunflower oil is produced between Russia and Ukraine. So we've got a real problem there, guys, that keeps people just, oh yeah, I don't know any Russians, I don't know any Ukrainians. Okay, well, you eat it and you know them, needless to say. So food prices are up dramatically. You've got sunflower oil up dramatically. You've got the price of cereal up. Now, when I say dramatically, it's 25%. You've got cereal, price of cereal up 20%. The price of meat, they're bragging about this one. Hey, meat only went up 5% in March. Oh yeah, up from the 30% that it was up already this year. So meat's up 35%. Chicken and poultry, it went up. It didn't go up as much. It only went up about 3% in March, but again, it's up 28.5% right now. So when you hear these numbers, that is what people are concerned about. And again, the scarcity of this stuff. Now, here's the thing about this in Southern California. Here you've got Easter weekend, and there is a blockade, so to speak, at the border with trucks into Texas. And the problem with it is that they are saying that this is going to make shelves barren in the southern part of the United States because so much produce is grown because of the good weather in Mexico. And we're not going to get those vegetables. And again, how long can vegetables stay in a truck, guys, before they go bad? I don't know the answer to that. I don't like to think about stuff like that. But the problem with it is that your shelves are going to be barren right now, and it could affect Easter week and beyond Easter week. So there's that. Are you guys starting to see problems yet? Dog food, cat food. People are telling me and sending me different pictures of barren shelves and how they can't get certain foods. And I have a friend who's got a dog with this dietary restriction, which I kind of laughed at. And I'm like, well, don't all dog foods have X, Y, and Z that the vet says she's supposed to have? No, they don't. So whenever I'm out and I see a real pet store, not, just a regular store, I go in and see if they have this dog food, and they don't have it right now. So there's that. Now, here's something totally disturbing for you guys. I was in a Big Lots today, and I walk through and I go, hey, do you guys have carts? I want to get a cart because there's some stuff on sale I want to get. No, sir, we got rid of the carts because of the theft. Okay? You don't have carts. Well, we have a few carts, and you're going to have to wait your turn to get a shopping cart. There's that. Well, you guys, let me just have a basket, and I can work with a basket. No more baskets, sir. We've eliminated baskets in all the stores because of the theft. and because people load them up and walk out the door with them. This is in Tustin, California, guys. This is a nice area, and there's no more baskets at the big lots. Now, I had the look on my face clearly, and she's like, listen, it's much worse than you think. We have to now have the shampoo behind the counter. So behind the counter to big lots is all the soaps and all the shampoos lined up because people steal that stuff. Oh, they'll stick 4 or 5 things of shampoo down their pants and walk out. Really? Wow. I had no idea, guys. So there's that. The next thing is, you know how you can go to those places and rent the carpet cleaning equipment? People are stealing the carpet cleaning equipment. So they walk in and they roll out the carpet cleaning equipment without paying for it and steal it. So retail crime, guys, it's coming to a city near you. I had a friend that went on a business trip last week to New Orleans. And she said the crime was so bad that men and women do not go outside by yourself at night, ever, okay? Carjackings during the day, robberies during the day, stores getting robbed, people walking into restaurants and robbing people as they're eating. Woman had her car stolen, ripped her out of the car while they were there, you know. And again, people are using guns. Look at this guy, just kicked his ball into the thing from the soccer field. So wonder how he's going to get that. That'll be good. Go swimming. Okay. Do it. Go swimming. Okay. So, share your thoughts on all this stuff, guys. But the retail crime, the retail problems that we're seeing in Northern California, in lovely cities like San Francisco, it's getting worse, guys. Absolutely getting worse. So let me know what you guys think about all this stuff. I'm going to end this video on these last few stories, and I just noticed this sign. So, no swimming, no wading in the lake, and the bottom one, no feeding the ducks. So, okay, guess I'm a scofflaw and a lawbreaker. Elon Musk says he has a plan B for the Twitter buyout if they don't accept the offer. He's got a plan B. Do you have a plan B for your life and for your business? Have you guys sat down and talked about this? I had a person that wrote me a year ago, and she talked about how they were trying to borrow money for their business, and her husband had a job, and I was just concerned for them about borrowing such a large sum of money in case he lost his job. And my husband's a vice president of XYZ. That would never happen. And 60 days later, that happened. So what's your plan B, guys? What's your plan B? Jamie Dimon is out again today talking about relative problems in the economy that he sees. Now, a year ago, this guy talked about how great everything was in the economy and how it was going to continue to shoot up and how everything was, there was nothing to worry about. And now it's a different story. So there's that, guys. So always have a plan B, and understand this. You're going to see major problems with these banks. Be leery of them. Watch what you have in there. There's going to be a point in time that there will be a monetary crisis, and it's going to be shutting down banks. Now, you can sit there and say, when's that going to happen? If we only knew, guys, if we only knew. But I have zero faith in all these people. But look at Jamie Dimon, Mr. Everything's Fantastic. Now, Cramer, Jim Cramer, clown in chief, that guy steps forward today and says, listen, get your cash ready because there's going to be tremendous deals in buying when the stocks hit the bottom. You can wait a little bit. Make up your mind. I'm telling you, the building is on fire, and this guy's going to go, listen, we can remodel. Don't worry about it. It's nothing to worry about. No matter where they're at, this guy is talking as if there's no problem. Final story, which I got a kick out of. We were talking about dog food earlier, and somebody sent me this one. The healthiest diet for your dog is a vegan diet, which makes no sense. I mean, dogs are carnivores, so I'm sure the vegans wrote this. But share your thoughts on that, because I cannot imagine, like even my friend's dogs, I don't have a dog right now. My daughter's got a dog, and I couldn't imagine that little guy not eating meat in one way or another. So please do not forget to hit the like button. Please do not forget to hit the subscribe button. Share this with everybody. Also, we've got the email list, which is in the video description below. Sign up for that. And If you want more access to me, there's the Patreon channel. Onward and upward, guys. I will see you guys very soon, and thank you for being here.